I just want to put some perspective on this because I know how it is in this league. When a coach gets fired, he's the worst guy ever, unless he has a funny Twitter account, and then he can, do all sorts of bad things and have bad character and nobody cares if he's good enough on Twitter and funny. But if you really look at what Jeremy Pruitt's done or what he's alleged to have done, Jeremy doesn't have a show cause. I know that. And when I have him on my show on Monday nights, we don't go down the street. That's not why Jeremy's coming on. Jeremy's coming on to tell stories about, Kirby and Nick and break down games. He's a football guy. You guys know that. He's a football guy. He's up there in Fort Payne. He's back home with his family. Or how Brian Kelly would say it, family. He's back in Alabama.
Right.
And he's at the game, and Jimbo Fisher, give him tickets. I mean, Jimbo came when Alabama won the national title game. I was down there covering it because Jeremy's going to be the next Tennessee coach. I was down there to cover it. And Jimbo's the first one to see Jeremy coming out of the locker, and Jeremy's friends with Will Friend. I mean, Will was his roommate in high school, along with Freddie Kitchens. So Jeremy's ingrained in the SEC. And, I don't know what their findings are going to reveal there at Tennessee, but if we're just talking about improper benefits, especially now, I mean, I think everybody was doing, and I'm not saying it was right that he did it, okay? But if we really look around the landscape, was he doing anything worse? It's almost like he's the guy that got pulled over for speeding, right? Everybody's driving along, 265 there, and we're 75 to 85 miles an hour, and one guy gets put. That's kind of, so but does that mean Nick's going to hire him? I don't know that. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's going to be a settlement, I'm sure, at some point. But why wouldn't Jeremy Pruitt be back in coaching? He won national titles at two different schools as a coordinator. He worked with Nick for a long time. Whatever happened at Tennessee, I'm sure that he probably learned from it. I'll tell you this. Lane Kiffin's failed a hell of a lot more than Jeremy Pruitt in the coaching profession. I'll tell you that. You guys are talking about him like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's failed everywhere. He failed with the Raiders. He failed at USC. He failed at Tennessee. And to his credit, he's done a pretty good job at Ole Miss. Jeremy Pruitt failed at Tennessee, from all I can tell.